We must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret and disappointment. Jim Rohn. Life has never promised us ease. Each of us, upon entering this world, carries a burden uniquely our own. The sole miracle is that we possess absolute freedom to choose that burden, either to embrace the sweet anguish of discipline and relentless daily forging, or to evade it, only to collapse years later beneath the relentless weight of the word regret. This is an eternal law from which no soul is exempt. The pain of discipline resembles the searing feet of a mountaineer. Every step forward brings weary muscles, gasping breath, and a path ahead that seems endlessly daunting. Yet, those very grueling steps draw them closer to the moment they touch the glowing glory atop the summit. Conversely, the pain of regret is like standing forever at the abyss's edge, gazing up at others reaching the clouds, while the heart swells with a bitter question. If only I had started back then. A question of merely a few words, yet heavy enough to haunt and gnaw at our soul for a lifetime. Indulging oneself with an extra hour of sleep one morning may seem harmless. A casual decision to skip studying or training appears to leave no immediate consequence. But life does not measure itself in isolated fragments. It quietly aggregates every small choice to sculpt the tapestry of our future. Success never arrives through random bursts of sudden brilliance, but is built upon thousands of silent choices repeated day after day. The most terrifying thing in this world has never been failure, for failure still carries the gleaming ray of lessons, experience, and the chance to rise stronger. What is far more terrifying is never having dared to take the first step. It is resignedly watching your dreams ignited in the life of someone else, while you yourself are left clutching a poignant void. Regret is a wound that never fully heals, for once time slips away, it can never be reversed. Before growing grand, every ancient tree must endure dark days deep within the earth, fracturing its own rigid shell to reach upward toward the sun. If a seed chooses the safety of its rugged husk, it will forever remain an anonymous seed. Humans are no different. To mature, we must courageously step beyond our comfort zone, embracing grueling days, stumbles, and temporary setbacks. It is precisely those tempests that temper steadfast inner strength, a power no book can ever teach. Choose the pain that bears value. Let today be defined by the sweat of perseverance, rather than tomorrow being shed with belated tears. Every time you conquer laziness, every time you patiently press on when wanting to surrender, you are silently sculpting a more radiant version of yourself, until one day, looking back, you will realize that every hardship endured is no longer a burden, but rather a price immensely worthwhile to earn a life that fills you with pride. Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow, it empties today of its strength. Worry is the mind's most intricate, labyrinthine trap. It crafts no solutions, alters no future, nor averts impending trials. Yet, it stealthily drains the most priceless treasure we possess, the power of the present moment. Like a helmsman steering through raging currents, yet intently staring at storms on the horizon, they forget that the vessel advances only when hands hold fast to the oars. Fear of the future does not dispel the tempest, but it will surely render our grip feeble. People often mistakenly believe that worrying is a form of preparation for what lies ahead. Reality is quite the opposite. Worrying merely squanders energy on phantoms that do not exist. It is akin to keeping a candle burning through the night, simply for fear that tomorrow will be dark. When the radiant dawn breaks, the candle has burnt out, yet the sun rises according to cosmic law. The only loss is the precious light you once possessed. Most of the grim scenarios that terrify us will never come to pass, yet the brain tends to magnify perils as a defense mechanism. That very mechanism inadvertently traps humans in an invisible cage of negative thoughts. We have not failed, yet we tremble with fear. We have not been rejected, yet we feel wounded. We have not taken a step, yet we envision falling. Ultimately, life slips away in countless exhausting assumptions rather than genuine experiences. Observe a majestic tree before a storm. It wastes no time dreading the fury of the gale. It quietly anchors its roots deeper into Mother Earth. Those sturdy roots alone keep it firm amidst every tempest. Human strength operates the same way. It stems not from predicting every crisis, but from cultivating an inner fortitude capable of weathering any rugged terrain. When courage is vast enough, circumstances cease to be frightening. Every dawn grants us a fresh reservoir of energy. If we squander most of it fueling fear, no strength remains for action. Yet action alone is the sole key that alters destiny. A single small step today holds far greater value than 100 anxieties about tomorrow. For the future is not built upon fear, but shaped by what we persistently execute in the present. Learn to shed tomorrow's heavy load so your shoulders may move lightly today. Focus your mind on what you can control, rather than exhausting yourself over what lies beyond reach. When living fully and deeply in the present, you discover not only inner peace, but also unlock your greatest power, the ability to turn every present moment into a solid foundation for a luminous tomorrow. It never gets easier. You just get stronger. We often vainly await a day when life becomes less turbulent. We hope tempests will subside and trials will yield to smooth, red-carpeted paths. But the stark reality is this: the world never alters itself to cater to anyone. Soaring mountains remain standing, violent storms keep raging, and new trials ever await. The only thing that can shift is ourselves. As our inner fortitude grows, obstacles that once made us tremble become mere stepping stones on the journey of growth. Life resembles an alchemical sanctuary where every trial is a refining fire for the soul. No one enters a gymnasium with a sculpted physique on day one. The iron weights retain their heavy load, but after thousands of repetitions, our arms become sinewy and robust. The weight does not lighten. It is the one lifting it who has attained a new stature. Life operates by that same wondrous law. Problems do not shrink. Rather, your fortitude has expanded enough to face them with complete mastery. There were once heartaches that kept you awake through countless sleepless nights. There were rejections that made you question your own worth. And there were bitter failures that seemed to bury you forever. Yet, turn around and look at the path you have traversed. What once crushed you years ago is today merely a somber note in the symphony of memory, not because those trials grew milder, but because you have grown immensely. Like a child, once terrified of gentle shoreline waves, once you master the open ocean, rough seas cease to be a threat and become a realm to conquer. Each hardship overcome not only yields experience to your mind, but also fortifies an ironclad faith. Each encounter with adversity tempers your resolve with newfound resilience. Such transformations unfold silently like a subterranean current. Only upon looking back will you marvel at how far you have traveled. What once panicked you is now simply a problem, awaiting a solution. What once made you want to quit has turned into an invaluable lesson. Before becoming a razor-sharp blade, capable of cleaving steel, a block of steel must endure the blistering heat of the forge and the relentless strike of the hammer. Without ultimate pressure, steel remains nothing more than unrefined ore. It is those scorching temperatures and fierce blows that forge its keen edge and supreme worth. Humans are no different. Every upheaval arrives not to destroy you, but to strip away weakness, hone your character, and awaken the dormant fire within. Pray not for a life devoid of hardship, but for a heart courageous enough to withstand every storm. Wait not for calm seas to set sail, for the ocean never ceases its swelling waves. Learn to be a master captain, proudly carving through wind and wave amidst the sea of life. As you relentlessly learn, forge ahead, and rise, you will realize a proud truth. Life never got easier, but you became strong enough to turn every challenge into a launch pad toward new heights. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. Cobain. Fixated on the glowing aura of others and admiring their talents, we easily fall into the illusion that merely imitating their footsteps will render our own lives equally splendid. Yet every soul entering this world is a unique original, bearing its own distinct mission and melody. When you attempt to don another's fine cloak, the first thing you forfeit is not time, but your own primal identity. An acorn will never grow into a bamboo stalk, nor can a bamboo shoot bloom with vibrant cherry blossoms. If an acorn spends its life envying the bamboo's flexibility, it forgets that within itself lies the stature of a towering oak amidst the clouds. Nature has never demanded that all trees share a single form. It is that wondrous diversity that creates the infinite splendor of the verdant forest. Humans are no different. Your worth lies not in mirroring someone else to perfection, but in possessing the courage to fully unearth the unique potential that belongs solely to you. It is all too easy to stumble into the trap of comparison. In gazing enraptured at another's achievements, we often see only the shimmering peak while overlooking their countless, arduous nights. From there, we turn to doubt ourselves, forcing our spirit into molds glorified by society. Yet all imitation yields merely a faded replica. A flawless mask may command attention in a flash, but it will never grant true peace when you face yourself in the mirror. Imagine a majestic eagle deciding to live its life as a sparrow, simply because sparrows are pampered. It would clip its expansive wings, abandoning the dream of conquering high clouds to hover beneath lowly canopies. The tragedy is not that it lives as a sparrow, but that it buried the vast sky that rightfully belonged to it. Countless souls are living such quiet lives of quiet resignation. They conceal their talents, stifle their individuality, and cast away dreams merely to gain dim acceptance. In the end, what they forfeit is the chance to become the finest version of themselves. Wonder unfolds only when you courageously embrace your authentic self. Then, you no longer waste energy striving artificially or proving anything to the world. You begin rising from your own strengths. Rather than agonizing over your differences, you absorb the wisdom of others while preserving your intrinsic identity. You admire the world's triumphs, yet steadfastly walk your own path. That is the exact moment authentic confidence is born, arising not from external glare, but from absolute harmony between inner value and outer action. Waste not this precious life becoming the shadow of anyone else. Devote your time to unearthing potential, nurturing the soul, and perfecting your truest self. This world needs no further flawless duplicate. What the world craves is a soul brave enough to live genuinely, shining with a unique light owned by them alone. For when you dare to be yourself, you discover not only the meaning of your own existence, but also ignite an inspiring flame for countless others to do the same. Nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Pema Chödrön. Life possesses a patient master known as experience. Certain dark chords, thought long consigned to the past, suddenly echo back in a different guise. Wounds presumed scarred over bleed anew at the mere whisper of a familiar breeze. This is no punishment from fate, but a signal that the lesson remains incomplete. As long as we fail to comprehend the wisdom the universe imparts, that lesson will recur in various shapes until we mature enough to discern what we must change. Many falsely assume that fleeing will cause everything to fade into oblivion. Yet, the stark truth remains. Whatever is evaded will always return wearing a new mask. A person harboring a perpetual fear of failure will continually miss life-altering opportunities. One who fails to learn gracious letting go will repeatedly encounter deeply hurtful relationships. One who neglects the present moment will remain trapped in a vortex of unrest, forever hollow within. The issue has never been external circumstances, but the unreceived lesson hidden within. After an examination, should a student fail to pass, a devoted teacher does not abandon them. The teacher simply asks them to revisit the old lesson. Life operates with that exact vast patience. Recurring trials are no mark of misfortune, but a tender reminder that a dark corner in your soul yet awaits illumination. Only when you alter your mindset, transform your response, and make new choices will that test truly conclude. It is easy to blame meeting the wrong person, choosing the wrong path, or being born in the wrong era. Yet how few possess the courage to ask within, what inside me draws this lesson back? That profound question alone serves as the key unlocking the doorway to maturity. As you transform within, the outer world naturally shifts in accord, not because circumstance altered, but because you possess new eyes and a higher vantage point to perceive it. Contemplate the churning water washing over a jagged rock. Should the stone resist transformation, the current patiently flows day after month until its roughest edges are smoothed away. Life's lessons are equally relentless. They utter no urgent demands, exert no force, yet never surrender. Each time you deliberately avert your gaze, life finds another avenue to return the truth, not to tear you apart, but to render you resilient, wise, and complete. The marvel is that the instant you grasp the lesson, burdens that once exhausted you dissipate automatically like morning mist before the sun. You no longer get drawn into meaningless conflicts, having cultivated a mind as still as water. You no longer fear failure, understanding it as mere rungs, elevating your experience. You no longer sway under external praise or blame, rooted deeply in your self-worth. That spontaneous liberation is the clearest testament to a truly matured soul. Instead of lamenting, "Why does this terrible thing keep happening to me?" smile and inquire, "What valuable lesson is life seeking to teach me?" That query will transform adversity into a master teacher, a failure into a treasury of experience, and wounds into matchless strength. When you open your heart to learn from every trial, life ceases to be an exhausting struggle for survival and becomes a wondrous journey of discovery, where with each passing day, you gracefully ascend a new rung toward becoming the most magnificent version of yourself.